Hey, what's up, everybody? So, Jim and I will be talking about stuff that are happening with me, breaking down the fights Mecca and Koichi fought. So, tune in and listen up.
1978とある田舎町で生まれて移り住んだ新宿で育ちこの町で起きたこれまでの俺たちのここまでの生い立ちはほんのまた序の口試されたいちいち正してきた過ち騙し合いやからしないはスニッチの始まり放課後の参照児童館にホームアローンそんな時間はほったらかして向かったとある場所
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the YAMATODAMASHI Podcast. You can see the stockings behind Enson. It's nearly Christmas.
Yeah, pretty soon. We got the boys put up the stockings. They did the tree.
Looking good.
So we got the Christmas spirit going here.
What does your Christmas day look like in the Inoue household?
We're gonna have the train. We're gonna train. Japan. As you know, Japan. They everything moves normal in Christmas. Everyone goes to work. There's no specialty. So yeah, we're gonna have the training. And after training, we're gonna have some food and give out presents to the boys, and that's about it. Yeah. So nothing real special for Christmas.
New Year's is the bigger thing, right?
Yeah, New Year's they usually go to the temples and all that Rizin daz, but I don't know what we're gonna do on New Year's. We're probably gonna just hang out at home. I'm not sure because Rising might actually give me some tickets.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. So I'm seeing if they don't give me tickets, I'm just gonna watch it here at home.
Mm-hmm. It's a good
That's
show.
how probably New Year's gonna be.
It's like 5 title fights, right?
There's some good fights.
Yeah, some really cool fights.
There's some really good fights. So.
Sounds good. Speaking of fights, you had 2 fighters performing last weekend. You had Mecca in Breaking Down, and you had Koichi in Deep. Let's start with Mecca. How did Mecca do?
Mecca did awesome. So our whole big thing was we were worried when the boys are fighting. We're worried about the takedowns because Mecca's not very good on the ground. He's a street fighter, but every time he gets into these little arguments with the other fighters, he always wants to say, yeah, whatever rules you want to fight, And this guy is a judo guy, got good arm bars, good MMA, and it's one of those that I personally didn't want him to take the fight because I thought it was too soon. I wanted to work his ground more, but as you saw, he did well. I think he did the real basics where he didn't want the guy getting too close to him. Because the guy, once he gets pressed up on him, he can do his sweeps and his throws. Whenever he on the ground, he wanted to keep a distance from the guy so he couldn't do his arm bars. And he executed really well. Of course, he got lucky where that left hook caught Daisuke really fat early in the fight. And I don't think Daisuke really recovered from the first fight punch. So, very good. Mecca did very good. His aggression is hard to deal with because unless you face him in a fight, you're not gonna be able to mimic that aggression in training.
He's a very exciting fighter.
Yes,
looking forward to seeing what happens with him next. Speaking of that, are there any plans for him next?
He called out this guy Rikuto.
Okay,
but he's a pro. He's like a pro MMA fighter. So he's one of the I guess one of the commentators for the fights. He does a lot of the interviews and walks around, and he's definitely above Mecca's level. But Mecca, it's like Mecca would do, calling out someone that's way better than him. And we don't know if that's going to happen or not. But I'd rather it not happen till the middle of next year. Give him more time to train.
Okay, and then he recently stormed the stage at one of the New Year's Eve Rizin events.
At Rising, yeah.
Yeah, and he was calling for a fight with Ashizawa. Was there any fallout from that situation?
No, I think at the time Sakakibara kind of threatened to call the police.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean Sakakibara didn't know who he was.
Right, yeah.
I mean, many people know him. He's real famous here in Japan, but the real fight events or the real fighters don't really watch Breaking Down.
It's very
So
different.
guys like Sakaki Baras is not, because who's so busy, he's not going to waste time watching Breaking Down. So he had no idea who that was. I mean, you see this guy in this purple suit coming up on this thing, coming up on stage, approaching the speaker, trying to get the mic. You're gonna think it's like some underworld guy or something. So you're gonna want to call the police. So that's understood. And
Mm,
it's just unfortunate because when I got to talk to Sakaki Bara, he found out who it was, and he realized that how popular Mecca is. And I was actually planning to wait for Mecca to win another fight and go talk to Rising to see if they can put a bare knuckle fight on.
mm,
And I know he wanted Ashizawa, and I thought that would be a kind of a good fight if it's just MMA rules and just throw down.
mm.
But of course, because of what Mecca did, what happens then is you want to create an example. You don't want people to think that, oh, I want to fight Rising. If I do that, I'll fight Rising.
Mm.
So we gotta wait now. We gotta wait until that thing kind of fades from people's memory. If it takes a year or a year and a half, we gotta wait till it fades from people's memory before he can even think of getting into the Rising ring. So he kind of took some steps back and set himself back on getting to a bigger stage.
Ooh, that's a shame to hear. He's kind of almost slowed down his journey to Rizin, right? With that
Yeah, and
stint.
then he did so good in this last fight. It's like
Mm.
would have been a perfect time to approach Rising. Right now,
Yeah.
I could have after the new year. I could have approached Rising,
Mm.
but not now.
Well, at least he had the good performance, right? That puts him in a better light. It helps take away from that type of thing.
Yeah,
So.
very good performance.
And then your other fighter, longtime fighter Koichi, he was fighting in deep in one of the earlier prelim fights. How did he get on?
Oh yeah, he stiffened up. He didn't execute the game plan. He just I don't know. He has good tools, and it's one of those fights that he just didn't use his tools. He knows how to defend the choke. Didn't do that. I mean, I the only thing I can say really is he's in some type of slump. Everyone has slumps, and it's one of those things you got to find a way to work out of the slump. So we're gonna try and help him work out of the slump. His possible next fight might be Breaking Down.
Really? Okay. So go back to breaking down. How does he feel about that?
He wants to. I mean, it's funny because you got Boo, you got Mecca, and when we walk around to events and stuff, everyone wants pictures of Boo, Mecca, and me, and then they don't know Koichi because he's fighting deep. So he probably wants a little bit, get his name back alive,
Mm.
and he does. We plan to put him back in deep in March,
Okay,
but in
cool.
February February might be a little breaking down fight for him.
Just to kind of get him back in the swing of things. He
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
needs a win to like get his momentum back, right?
Yeah, hopefully we can get a guy that he can beat and get
Mhm.
him in the W, so he can just get that a little bit more confidence back.
That'd be good. That'd be good. Yeah, he earns it, man. He works hard, that kid. So it's a shame for it not to kind of come to fruition. But like you
Yeah.
say, it could just be a slump, and hopefully gets back on track. But it's interesting to hear he might be going back to breaking down. Speaking of breaking down, last episode we talked about you getting sucker punched in the back of the head. What's the fallout been of that situation since the videos were released?
Well, I think it's kind of had good timing where I got sucker punched. Luckily I didn't get hurt. And then like a couple weeks later, in the face offs, one guy gets slapped. Drew, his name is Drew the Dragon. Drew gets slapped and falls back and hits his head on the concrete. So it's almost like a continuation of, wait a minute, Leo went and slapped Enson in the back of the head. He had no punishment for that, and because of that, these guys aren't doing it to each other. And there's a guy now has a bad injury. So it's interesting because now every freaking video I put up is like going nuts. The other day I went walking in the park and I was just thinking about the whole situation, and the new news came out is the guy, he got out of the hospital. He went and did a speech in the ring, and then he had when he jumped on the plane to go back to Sapporo, he had a huge headache. Went in and they found bleeding, a hemorrhage in his brain.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I was walking at in the morning. Or I do my walks in the morning, and I went in. I took out my phone, started just talking about it, and that that video already almost hitting 100,000 views.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like it's going crazy, So I mean, unfortunate that they all disrespect. They all are breaking down itself, disrespecting me in the sense that they thought that having a kid slap me in the back of the head was a good idea. But you stay positive, keep moving forward, and good things you can find good things. And
Yeah.
Japanese YouTube channel's taking off. I mean, we got one of our best
Yeah.
episodes because of that. So
Yeah.
good things are happening, off bad things sometimes.
And as far as the fighter that got slapped and knocked out at the weigh-ins and his head bounced off the concrete, is there legal ramifications coming with that situation?
There's all kinds of discussions right now. There's even they're hoping that the police go and arrest the guy who hit him for aggravated assault. They're some people are wanting Breaking Down to close down. The guy Rue probably can't fight again. Once you get that type of injury, not many associations are going to allow you to fight. You're not going to pass any doctor's check with that in your history. Yeah, but the newest news now is the guy Drew wants nothing done. He said that he's part of the fault. It's part of the game, and he wants everyone to just cool down, calm down, and let it pass. So I don't know. Breaking Down's. Of course, they're squeezing right now, but he just got let out of hospital today. So yeah, Breaking Down squeezing, but I mean they feel a little relief now because he's not going to die or have some real permanent injury. But it's still not set that type of head injuries for the next 3 months. You really can't tell what really happens when you hit the back of your head like that and get bleeding in your brain. So just fingers crossed that fingers crossed for him. He has a kid, he has a wife. Fingers crossed for him that his life can go on normally. Fingers crossed that it doesn't close down, Breaking Down. I mean, I even messaged Mizuguchi and asked him that there's things that you got to change, and he said, yeah, we do. So it's one of the first times that he's actually acknowledged that they got to make some changes on the thing. It's not good to continue the way it's going. So fingers crossed that things work out.
Yeah, because it was already pretty controversial show, right? Anyway, with the nature of the people coming in, participating.
Yeah, the brawls and the lack of discipline and honor that they show.
Yeah.
So it was already kind of up in the air, but all it needs is a big injury.
Yeah.
And this guy with the bleeding in the brain, that's pretty bad. Of course, it's going to depend on what is the permanent damage. If he has no permanent damage, hopefully Breaking Down can learn from that and implicate new rules and new stiffer penalties.
Yeah, they definitely need something to keep some of these guys under control, because if you think, a lot of the contestants are just straight up street fighters, right? So it's on them, the organization, to make sure that these guys are following the rules, right?
It's a tough stance for Breaking Down because their whole way of advertising and marketing the event is brawls and delinquents and people breaking rules, But so it's going to be tough if they're going to have to stop the riots, stop the hitting. That's a lot of the reason why you start off and make the company popular because of that. When that cannot be done, they either got to take another right turn or 90-degree and change something, but still keep it interesting. They might come to me to ask me for advice, but honestly, if they ask me right now, I wouldn't know what to help them with. I wouldn't know what to tell them.
Yeah, it's like you say, it's a difficult balance, because a lot of the stuff that causes all the controversy is what's bringing in the views. So, and that's their business model, right? It's completely different to a Rizin. You mentioned earlier about like Sakakibara not being familiar with Breaking Down. Is there kind of from the Rizin staff, is Breaking Down almost something that's looked down upon, or?
No, I think that Sakakibara, not one is he's very busy, and two, I think it's just one of those things that a lot of the professional events or professional fighters don't consider that martial arts.
Mm.
And a lot of the pro fighters don't like it because there's hundreds and thousands of pro fighters that's been training every day, going through the grind, going through the amateurs and trying to make it big. And you got these kids that are just street fighters go on one event, and because they riot or create this big controversy, they get super popular. And that I think part of jealousy, part of they're not going through the right process and they're taking the shortcut. A lot of the pro fighters and pro associations don't like breaking down.
Makes sense. It's like you say, completely different product. But yeah, a wild year for breaking down. Really crazy year with lots of different stuff.
Yeah.
But we're coming to the end of 2025, so I wanted to get your take on 2025. Were there any particular moments this year that stood out for you as really good points of the year?
Yeah, the team, the audition, the team, the people, the kids we're getting now. It's such a good vibe. We got the team right now. Of course, we had to get rid of 3 guys, but the new guys we have, the team is. I mean, me and Sarah feel like a mother father team, just sitting back and looking at our kids, vibing good. You know, going out together when after training, going to eat together. We just feel like this happy parents. Like, ooh, look at our kids are doing so good.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? When did you officially start the team? Over a year ago now?
I
Soon.
think the team started. When did the team start? Yes, sir.
I think it was about a year ago now, December time, right?
Yeah, about a year ago. Yeah,
Yeah, it's crazy to see and how it's
the team
expanded.
started when we got rid of Yoshi.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Uh, and then you like you say, you've chopped and changed a few members and had some new recruits as well. So it's definitely, I see a lot of new faces on your Instagrams and your TikToks.
Yeah,
How are
yeah,
the new guys settling into the team?
super good, unreal. We got Dozer. We his name is Takuma, but Sarah named him Bulldozer, so we just call him Dozer. He loves the name. That's what we call him now, Dozer. We got a 16-year-old kid, Denya, super tough kid. For us, we've just added those 2 people. Masamune was pretty much before, since Thailand, been part of the team.
Mhm.
But yeah, Dozer and um, Denya. So
Who's the
Dozer's
guy
only
that
24 right now, so he's still young.
who's the guy that looks like Chonan?
Chonan,
There's a guy that looks kind of like Chonan.
it's Dozer. Yeah? I think it's Dozer.
Yeah. Okay.
He looks like Chonan, but if you see him in person, he's huge.
Okay. All right. What does he fight at? Like heavyweight?
He's a heavyweight for sure.
Oh. Okay. Nice.
It's super good because he's just only been training for 6 months,
Wow.
but it's already showing a lot of improvement. Watanabe Sensei loves him, so that's a good sign. If
Yeah.
Watanabe Sensei loves you, that means you have some tools.
Wow. So he's got quite a good warrior spirit then, you think?
Yeah, he's tough. He's a tough kid. Yeah.
Interesting. Speaking of warrior spirit, YAMATODAMASHI, who would you say, and it could be anyone, could be someone you know, could be someone you don't know, who do you think displayed the most YAMATODAMASHI this year? If you had to name someone.
Mecca. That's the easy one. Mecca.
Wow. In what particular fight?
I think the Toronosuke fight.
Yeah.
We got knocked down, I think, 2.5 times,
Yeah.
and then came up and ended up knocking Toronosuke out.
Yeah. It was a
Just
crazy fight.
relentless pressure, relentless, absolute denial of him losing and getting
Mm.
down and getting knocked out. I mean, like Mike Tyson used to say, I refuse to lose. He refused to stay down.
And he did well because a lot of the referees in breaking down, they finished the fights quite quickly. So he
Yeah,
he managed to get that not
yeah,
to stop.
yeah.
I think I might know the answer to this, but who would you say did the opposite of that? Who were you most disappointed in this year?
Most disappointed in, well, just because of the last fight, maybe Koichi.
Oh, okay.
But overall, I think the freaking Nui and Inoue, but they're not
Mm.
even part of the team. So they're, to me, there's a past, and
Mhm.
I really don't care what they do. I have no idea what they're doing right now. Inoue nor Louis has fought since.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I think what I hear is Deep refuses to have him unless I okay it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
It's funny because I was thinking you were going to say Tom Aspinall, but
Oh shit. Okay, I thought you were talking about the team. Yeah, Tom
no, it doesn't
Aspinall.
have to just be the team. Anyone,
Oh,
anyone.
now he's saying he needs surgery. Yeah.
Apparently, yeah. So
Yeah, I don't know, man.
he's not been your favorite person
Damn,
this year.
these
So.
damn Britons, man.
What are you
Oh
trying to
shit.
say?
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. What are you trying to say? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's hard because we don't know the whole truth, you know. So I was thinking about that, saying, okay, now do I look like an idiot if he does need surgery and he is really injured? I
Mm,
don't think so, because I'm not really saying that the way he acted, I lost respect for him because the way he acted as far as it being a real injury or not. I'm just saying that whether it was a real injury or not, whether he needs surgery or not, the pain and the motivation to keep fighting would not change. The way he reacted after the eye poke, not trying to even open his eye, not trying to even see, not trying to make the fight continue, was the thing that really turned me off about him. You
mm,
know, I mean, I think John Jones, a lot of people pointed out that he all he did was boop, cover his eye and wouldn't show his eye after that.
mm,
Why, who would do that? I mean, you want to fight, you're in a title fight, you want to, you know, you get poked in the eye. The first thing you're gonna do is try to see if you can see. He does it for a little, and then he's like, okay, I'm gonna just hold mine. He doesn't take his hand off his eye towards the end. He's just totally said he can't see when he hasn't even really tried to see. You know, of course you get poked in the eye, you're not going to be able to see for the first 2-3 minutes
yeah.
until your eye starts getting, recovering. But he didn't even allow his eye to even have a chance to see if it's recovered. So the fact that he got if he has to get eye surgery, I still think he acted like a pure pussy when his eye got poked, and just the way he went about the whole process. So I'm not gonna eat my words if he has to have surgery or he really has an eye injury. Regardless of the eye injury or not, I think he just didn't react the right way.
Yeah. Yeah.
He didn't react like a warrior. He reacted like someone who didn't want to fight.
And switching gears, who would you say is your fighter of the year of 2025? I'll throw out some names. So we have Murab, who had a hell of a year. We have Joshua Van, Islam Makachev, Ilya Taporia. We had Jerry have a good year. Volkanovski, Peter Yan, Chimaev only had one fight, but still got it done. Valentina Shevchenko,
I
loads
would
of
have to go with Makachev.
Makachev. Yeah,
Yeah, Makachev is just still untouchable.
yeah, he is pretty. I would agree with that. He's just untouchable right now. I don't know who's gonna beat him, but
Yeah, I mean, and he's stay out of trouble. He stayed out of controversy. I would say Ilya Topuria because he's such a solid guy, but the stuff he's going through now is kind of like big question mark now.
mm,
I mean, the
listen,
way did you update yourself on that?
I've seen that he's like got domestic abuse accusations from his
Well, you know what
ex-wife.
we should do? Maybe we should do a whole new episode on that
Okay,
because that's kind of a hot topic right now.
yeah, yeah.
And
So,
maybe do a little bit of more research or let it go a little more. The whole drama continue a
mhm.
little bit more, and then take notes, and we should discuss it because there's a lot of stuff that's kind of like, whoa, the
Wishy
wife did
way.
that. Oh, why is she doing that order? And then, oh, okay, what about him? How come he did that? Why did he okay
Yeah, there was like
yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I
settlements.
think would be
Yeah.
interesting to see what the hell. But yeah,
Yeah.
we should talk about that in the new episode. That might be a good topic to catch.
Yeah, as you say, let's see how it plays out. And
Phase out a little bit more.
it only
Yeah.
just came out, right? Like some of the stuff. So
Just today, I think some of the
mm,
news information came out. Yeah.
interesting. Um Okay, so Islam. What are you looking forward to the most in 2026?
2026. Oh, well, I want to see Jake Paul get knocked out by what's his name?
Anthony Joshua. Yeah,
Anthony Joshua.
that's
I
this
think
weekend.
that's gonna definitely happen. Yeah, this weekend. Other than that, I really look forward to you know Tyler. I want to see how he's gonna do.
Who?
Taira, Tashio Taira, the
Oh,
Japanese guy
Tyra.
who
Yeah,
just
yeah,
beat
yeah,
Moreno.
yeah.
So I like that whole scene there. Of course,
Mm,
Pandoja um,
the elbow.
dislocated.
Yeah,
I don't know how it looked pretty bad. His
look bad.
elbow, so he's out. So I'm kind of interested to see how that plays out, man. There's a
Yeah.
lot. The new guy that won. We Taira there in the mix of it. We still got Horiguchi in there coming up. There's so much exciting fights. I mean,
Yeah, for the especially UFC, like they should do that show in Japan because you think, like you say, they've got Horiguchi, they've got Kai, they've got Tyra, who could be challenging for a belt or interim
they
belt.
got Rinya Nakamura.
Rinya, yeah, there's so many big Japanese.
Well, you know what? I think Dana's actually looking for that next year.
Nice.
And don't forget, we got a Japanese slapper.
Yes, yeah. So they could do a Japan power slap.
They call it striker, yeah?
Oh, is that what they call it? Striker?
Yeah, because what is that?
Slapper
Isn't it in your
Yeah,
neck
yeah.
of the woods, slapper is not something you want to be called?
No, it means slut. Don't want to be called a slapper.
Yeah, but you notice that because Bisbing's part of the commentary team, you notice that they have it as striker. You don't
Yeah.
it should be slapper.
Yeah, you're right.
But it has striker, yeah.
That's funny. That's definitely.
Who thought it was kind of cool? He wouldn't mind being called a slapper, so
Yeah. Probably is a slut.
he's as slutty as he can be.
Right. Okay, nice. But yeah, UFC Japan maybe in 2026. That would be.
Yeah, Dana likes to do that. He likes to do like back-to-backs and slap. UFC slap in Abu Dhabi, and then somewhere near Saudi Arabia.
Awesome. Yeah. I hope, fingers crossed, that happens. I'm sure you'd have some sort of involvement, whether it's people on the show or just attending or meeting up with Dana White. Never know, right? So sounds good.
Nice.
Anything else you're looking forward to in 2026?
Yeah, just the team. The team's taking off, doing well, and just looking forward to getting more on the healthy road. I want to start moving and working out more. I feel real stiff. Today I taught the kids, the boys, the spinning back kick, which was one of my very good kicks. I was real good at it, and I feel like I can't get my leg high enough. I'm not as balanced as I was, so I'm just showing that my movement is deteriorating if I don't move. So yeah, definitely want to start get moving, drop some weight, get on the more 2022 or 2026.
26.
It should be a healthier year for me to get better shape and work towards longevity.
That's something I'm going to work towards next year as well. So
yeah,
we'll do it together. Cool. Well, anything else you want to say to close out sort of 2025 if we don't do another podcast before then?
Oh no, just I'd like to have people write in the comments what they want to hear. Illustrious situation, what they want, if they want to know what we think of Asimov a little more, about the John Jones thing, about Dana refusing to have Ngannou fight in the UFC. He's Ngannou was probably, I think he was saying he's willing to make men's and fight at the White House with John Jones, which probably everyone wants to see, but Dana doesn't want him there. What's that guy? The guy that he pulled out of the fight with Makachev.
Oh,
Sarukian.
Alman Sarukian.
Yeah, Alman. So how he's the number one rank, but Dana feels that because he had his chance, he got to work up again, which I kind of agree. But that's another issue that we could discuss. So whatever you guys want to hear, put it in the comments, and I'm going through all the comments and answering all the questions. So Yeah,
Yeah.
let us know what we want. We were trying to, build this channel and want to do what people want.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, everybody, for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing, all of that good stuff. And we will talk to you guys again soon.
Shoot. See you soon. Goodbye to everybody. Bye, everybody. All right.
Thanks for watching, and let us know what you guys want us to talk about. There's a lot of stuff happening, and we just want to do what you want to hear. All right, everyone.